Now in this video, I'm going to show you an exercise that really helps out with upper back and neck pain, upper back, neck, and shoulder issues. But it can also help with your lower back pain as well, and you'll see why in a minute. But first of all, let's talk about the props. I'm using a bolster here, so it's a yoga bolster. You can get this from my website if you like, or you can use a couple of very firm blankets folded up. You don't want thick, fluffy blankets, you want firm blankets. It's about 8 inches high or so, and maybe about 1.5 to 2 feet long. So I'm using that, and then on the side I'm going to have a yoga brick. You can use a wooden brick, you can use a soft brick. In this case I happen to have a soft brick. In this case it doesn't really matter. Generally I prefer wooden. Again, you can get this from my website if you like. And I'm going to have a book, a handy-dandy thick book nearby as well. Can't get this from my website though. Okay, so the theory here is I'm going to take my body and I'm going to drape my body over this bolster and stretch my arms out in front of me and my head. And in that way I'm going to fully support my spine so that my spine can release. Now, the upper back, the curve in the upper back goes forward naturally. So as we have support in this spine, it will release and open. Now this is good for people with lower back pain because people with lower back pain generally have tight upper backs. People with upper back and neck pain also have tight upper backs, and they need to get that area released. Okay, so this is really key for that. It's a really good exercise. Not only that, it's good for relieving stress. It's just a wonderful thing for balancing out your sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system and all kinds of other stuff. But just in the scope of pain, we'll take it from there. So first, I start out, I'm on my knees. I'm going to have my knees about a little farther than hip width distance apart. My feet are together. I bring the bolster back. I'm going to sit down onto the bolster. And then I'm going to stretch my body forward. Okay, you see here. Take my glasses off. Stretch my body forward. Stretch my body forward. Stretch my body forward until my forehead touches the ground. Now my arms are reaching out as far as they can. My body is completely supported by this bolster, and my forehead, not my nose, but my forehead is on the ground. This allows my neck to be fully extended, but also released. This allows my spine, the rest of my spine, to have support. So my chest has support. Now my buttocks are slightly lifted, so I'm going to widen my knees a little bit until my torso is supported by this bolster. My buttocks are falling down towards my feet, so that stretches my spine there. And again, my forehead is supported here. Now, if my neck at all feels jammed in this area here, okay, it's critical that my neck not feel jammed. If my neck feels jammed at all, or I'm having trouble breathing, or it's just uncomfortable in general, I'm going to try raising my head. So that's where these props come in. Now this is probably a little too high for my head, but I'm going to stick it under my forehead anyway, just to try it out. And sure enough, I put it under my forehead, and it actually, my neck felt great on the floor, but now my neck feels kind of jammed. So this is probably not the right height for me, but some of you might need this. This book is considerably thinner than that brick. And I'm going to just place my forehead onto the book and get a feel for what that feels like for me. And this feels okay. So my arms are outstretched. My forehead is supported by the brick. My neck is completely released and relaxed. My chin is free. It's not hitting the bolster or the floor. My nose is not touching the floor or the brick or the book. And my torso is completely supported by the bolster. My arms are outstretched. Now, if I'm getting tired, I can do this, but it's actually more effective to do this. The reason is it really it puts the upper spine in a position that it really has to open passively. But if you find that you're straining, just drop your arms down. The other thing you can do is you can support your arms, your elbows. Okay, so I'm going to lie here for about 10 to 20 minutes. If you don't have 10 to 20 minutes, do 5 minutes. But the longer the better. So if you do 5 to 10 minutes, great. If you can do 20 minutes, do it. If you do 20 minutes, I guarantee you'll get up and you'll feel like you're in another world. This is phenomenal for balancing out your nervous system, decimating the stress, just getting rid of the stress, and you'll come up feeling refreshed. Your back will feel great, and you'll feel like a whole new person.